cables. How about now? Can you hear me now? That should do it. I think I got a new cable. What's up, Morgan? I'm right here. Ready to go? Can you guys hear me? All right, cool. All right. I will fix the cable tomorrow, but for now, here we go. Let's start the show. Let me know if you can hear the music. If not, I got to figure that out too.
Ghosts and aliens and video games, natural disasters and exploding planes. Sit right down, you'll be glad you came to David Jaffe's stream. Is the devil real? Is God insane? Why is Trump such a G-damn pain? Shit's getting weird, here we go again. It's David Jaffe's stream. Settle in now, here he is. Best damn streaming in whole wide biz. Okay, maybe not, but he think he is. It's the David Jaffe stream. Do-da-da-da-da, do-da-da-da-da, do-da-do-da-da. Do-da-da-da-da, do-da-da-da-da, do-da-do-da-da. Ha cha 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 or whatever. Ghost and aliens and video.
All right.
Disasters and exploding planes.
There we go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Jaffe Streams. Good to see you. Let's hide that. See if I can get on the screen here. I haven't used this program in a while. There we go. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? How is your evening going? Welcome to, what's this called? What's this day called? Is it is Wednesday? Wednesday night. Don't give me any shit about it being AI. We have a story coming up on the show that's going to shut you the fuck right up as it relates to artificial intelligence and robots and all you fucking virtue signalers out there acting as if, hey, it's Bunny Button. Bunny Button, if you want to come on the show, we always love to have you. I'll put the links up at the very, very top on YouTube. Just click it. I'll bring you on, only if you want to. But we're going to talk, we're not going to talk about AI as it relates to isn't AI cool, but there is something that Amazon just announced today that they're doing in their warehouses that is like, you know what? If you put your fucking money where your mouth is, don't order from Amazon, but don't come onto the goddamn internet and act like yeah, it's not moral, blah, blah, blah. And then you order some fucking underwear or something from Amazon. You act like nothing's wrong. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, Morgan Renfield. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? I wanted to ask how Expedition 33 is. I hear it's great. I have not watched the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. We'll be doing that tonight. We will be trying to contact my dead father, who I think is trying to contact me by some stuff that happened here at home. We'll be doing a seance using a spirit box. We'll be talking a little bit about the news, showing you some new trailers, and just taking your calls and chatting in general for the next 2 hours. Thank you for being here. People are like, well, what happened to your channel, Jaffe? Nothing happened to it. I have a show over on this network called the Lolcow Network, which if you heard of Keemstar before, he's running that network. And we have a show over there, me and Bunny and Tech Protect, called Madhouse. It's every morning at 11 o'clock California time. It covers all the stuff we covered here on I Love the Weird. However, we're doing that show over there right now, and I've been trying to figure out what to do with Gabbin' and Games. And, you know, I just don't, for the time being, want to do a primary video game show. So if you are here for primary video game discussions, you're not going to get them here because I don't really care anymore. Here's what I care about. I care about playing Grand Theft Auto 6. I care very much about, I'm playing Oblivion right now, an Expedition. I play video games as much as I ever have. But being away from the video game online discourse for the last month, as we've been building up Madhouse on the other show, the other network, it has been so interesting to come back and see just how toxic. I knew it was always toxic, but it's like nothing has changed with the internet and with Twitter, with video games. It's like, shut the fuck up. I want nothing to do with them anymore. I'll talk about the games I like. Shoes coming on the show this month. We will obviously always cover video games and geek topics and shit like that here, but it's not going to be the mainstay anymore because I just don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit. I appreciate and respect that you may, and that's fine, but I can't deal with it. I can't deal with covering previews of games that end up sucking because the publishers were lying to us. I can't end up dealing with a bunch of whiny fucking fanboys that might as well be 12 years old still, but they, they clearly aren't. So we're going to talk about other things. So I'm going to go to the chat, see what you guys are up to, what you're into. And again, I'm not suggesting we won't talk games, but I'm not going to bring you the news. You can do that. You can do that on your own. Come here when you want to talk, just to talk. Jaffe, is the channel dead or not? Shut up, Addy Pie. Nick says it's like Gears going to PlayStation, Cliffy B being all for it, and Twitter losing its mind. It's so toxic. Yeah, what do I give a shit? What do you give a shit? Gears of War is fucking fantastic. As is Gears of War 2. Barely played 3. Do I give a shit that it's on PlayStation? Guess what? I really don't. I have other things to worry about. As you should, in my opinion, as well. Yeah, I don't, Jaffe, learn to ignore the toxic slob. I don't want to. It's hard to do that. Sorry, pals. When am I getting Goodrich on? I don't know. I don't want to talk to Goodrich about car combat. If he wants to talk about other things, I'll talk to him. Anyway, and I am excited for Doom, Dark Ages. Absolutely. We're not going anywhere, Zank. This is the channel. This was never a channel that we were going to abandon. We were just taking a little bit of time getting the other one up. Okay. I want to ask you a question. Now, here's the docket for tonight. Here's the rundown. So you understand that this is not going to be a show all about politics. I have a political story at the top. I have a story about CIA remote viewing. After that, I have to ask you guys about this. I have a question about this. Nova Star, thank you for the sub. We appreciate it, buddy. I have a couple of really cool trailers. I want to talk about Amazon. I want to talk about a weird plane crash, the Shroud of Turin. And then I want to try to contact my dad, who's been dead going on 12 years. Well, he died in 2012. So he's been dead for 13 years at this point. I want to try to contact him. So people are running to Keem saying who gives it? I don't understand people. People running to Keem saying I'm live. You goddamn right I'm live. I don't get paid enough anywhere not to stream on my own channel. That was never.
Awesome Tatum has just donated $5 to Super Chat. Thanks, pal. We love this channel.
Thank you, buddy. My vagina's all moist now. I appreciate it. I have heard I look like Artie Lang, Power Hour Central. Hopefully, I look like Artie Lang before the nose problem. Because didn't he lose his nose or something? Didn't something happen to his fucking nose where he did a bunch of fucking cocaine or something and then it kind of fell off or some such shit? I saw a story about a lady, and I've been looking for the jars. Here, I'll show it to you. This is how goddamn prepared I am. This is why I am the best fucking streamer on the goddamn internet, and I don't care what you say. You're just wrong if you disagree. I keep my chopped off body parts in a goddamn jar. People are scared of me, but I don't care, she says. A young woman's decided to literally take her body in her own hands and modified nearly enough, most of it, and has even revealed where she keeps the removed body parts. Cue audio issues. What's happening? Check it. Okay, so wait a minute. Artie Lang snorted glass. Why the fuck? Why would he do that? I don't understand that. Anyway, look at this woman here. Toxo loves extreme body modification with her latest involving nose removal. The woman removed her nose and then put it in a fucking jar. Now, I don't give a shit. She can do what she wants, go with God, have a good life. That's delightful. I do wonder about the psychology behind it, but I think everybody's fucking broken. Yeah, Addie Pie says she's a psychopath. No, she's not. She's no more than a psychopath than the woman who was never religious in her life and joins some kind of religion and gives her whole life over to that because she gets comfort in it. It's just societally acceptable. Now, this is pretty extreme, but it's all fucking extreme. Living on this fucking planet in 2025 is fucking extreme. I don't deny her that, but I hope she's okay. But she does. She keeps all her dismembered body parts that she had cut off. She puts them in jars. She says she hopes people say, well, it'll scare people. She says, I hope I scare people. She's the first woman in the world to have her nose removed purely for cosmetic reasons, something most of us would never consider. But for her, it was just one step in a much bigger body transformation, and she's not finished. I got many more to come, she says. You can look at her ear. This is what she used to look like right here, kind of, but you can tell she had lip shit done anyway. Look at her fucking ear, though. That's pretty cool. That's like Ferengi style almost, like Star Trek shit going on. Look at that. That's one of the few body mods I've seen that I'm like, that's kind of cool. I wouldn't want it, but it's kind of fucking cool. Okay. Everybody needs a hobby. I thought she was a CG render, says Hopkins. No. Yes, we will scroll through some Twitter tonight. Remember the guy who wanted to look like Justin Bieber? That guy freaked me the fuck out, man. Hang on. Justin
is coming to PlayStation is
Bieber,
the best news. I'll buy GTA.
What the hell's happening there? Hang on, let me get that there. Sorry about that.
The bro that survived has just donated $5 through Super Chat.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Pal. Thumbs up.
Thank you, champion. I appreciate that. And then let me get somebody else dropped one. We got Power Hour Central. Thank you. He says, no audio issues. You're the GOAT. Thank you, pal. Okay, so there's a guy who, the guy is dead, Rob the Mod. That's absolutely right. So I'm trying to find, God damn it. I think a fucking bug flew in my ear. I'm trying to find the guy who did his body modification to look like, let's see, Justin Bieber body. What would I say? Look like Bieber. I don't fucking know. This guy, 100. Okay. He spent 100,000. He's found dead in a Motel 6 room. But what was funny about this guy is he never fucking looked like Justin Bieber. Now, I will fucking say that this is a guy who you feel for, right? Because he clearly thought this was going to bring him joy. It was going to bring him happiness, but I don't think that went down the way he planned. I mean, obviously he's dead. I think he took his own life, which is tragic. If I had to make myself look like, make sure to turn off safe search, Jaffe. I don't have safe search on my internet. You're more than welcome. Give me a letter and I'll put it in the fucking thing and you can see what I search. I'm not like ashamed of what I search. Let's do the F word. Fiverr, Facebook, Furry Texas Bill, which we talked about on today's show. Creepy.org, The Forge, Blood of Lantalia. That was the D&D game I was playing. What can I do for you? What do you think? What do you think you're going to see in here? Tony Sheets just super chatted. I appreciate it. Jaffe, she looks like you. Sir, that's a man, baby. And that person don't look like me. What you talking about, Willis? Let's see P. All right, here's P. You got it. Is this how you do it? You just type in P, right? I definitely have looked up more things that start with P, though. I don't know why I'm only getting these. Polygon, PayPal, Playboard, Wildgate, Peacock, PayPal again, Patreon. Yeah, no, look, I assure you, Keemstar doesn't give a fuck that I'm streaming. Not that even if he did, I don't care. But he doesn't care. Why would he care? Okay. Free Palestine, says Al Quid's Dreamer. I will tell you, I don't know if you guys saw this the other day. Trump was on, I think he was with the Prime Minister of Canada. And he was saying that, in his typical mode of hyperbole, he was like, what's coming up is going to be the biggest announcement ever. It's going to be the most dramatic announcement. We've never had an announcement like it, blah, blah, blah. And so that should be Friday. My understanding is it has to do with the rebuilding of Gaza or aid coming to Gaza, which would be excellent. But I don't think we really know what's happening. Lord knows it's not about the UAP shit. There was a UAP conference, or it wasn't really a hearing. It was like people came to show up in front of representatives to talk about raising money for a UAP fund. And it was fine. But it was nothing really dropped. Nothing was really all that dramatic. So Bunny Button, so proud of you for finally realizing that. What did Bunny Button realize? What's she saying in the chat? Is she losing? Jaffe disguises his kinks as segments on Madhouse. It's all research. Bunny Button, you get in here. But let's be clear. I never invited Bunny Button over on this channel. That Keemstar would be mad about. I never said I don't poach people, but I can't help where the woman shows up. I can't help where she fucking shows up. Click on the thing, Bunny, get in here, because God knows Tech's asleep. Tech's literally asleep right now. My fucking producer, who I pay, think about this. He was on Lolcow Aussie this morning. Then he was on our show. Now he's sleeping. Now he's fucking sleeping. Israel said they'll be invading and taking over Palestine until an undetermined time. Okay. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I hope everybody stays safe and blah, blah, blah. I really, really do. I just don't know what else to say. Speaking of Trump, though, I have two stories back to back, then we'll get off politics, about how much we claim to be Americans and how much we claim to, lose our shit about, all this stuff's really important, patriotism and freedom and all this shit. And fine, you're not necessarily wrong. But how are we okay with this? How are we okay with the Trump administration sending migrants to Libya's horrific detention centers? We also did it in El Salvador recently. Look, these are labor camps. There's physical torture there. There's psychological torture there. I get that we want people out of the country that aren't here legally. I understand that a lot of people are different parts of the spectrum on that, but I think most people do believe that we should have secure borders and we should have a path to citizenship that is doable and not insane, but at the same time, requires a little bit of effort. But I don't understand why we're sending them to these. Aren't we Americans? Shouldn't we care more about this shit? I guess not. Libya said they don't want them. They already commented on it. Well, I don't even know where to send them. I don't know, but you don't send them to a goddamn torture camp. That's all I'm saying. In Pakistan, somebody explain that to me, Morgan. I understand that there have been missiles flying over Pakistan. I get it. And India are going at it. But what was the impetus that started all this stuff? RPG says those are mostly violent gang members illegally in the U.S. That's not what migrants are. Well, again, that's not what they're saying. They're calling them migrants, and there's been evidence that people that have been sent out of America have actually been not in gangs. And they're like, no, we think you're in a gang. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not. No, we think you are. You're going there. I don't know how we're not protecting these people. I don't know how we're not standing up and saying, hey, this is not acceptable. This is bullshit. So here's what started it. Pakistani terrorists killed non-Muslims coming into Kashmir, and then India got pissed. And, where is this going to fucking end? It probably isn't. Maybe it shouldn't. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. I was talking to a guy on the other channel named Billy the Fridge. And he told me that he had mastered lucid dreaming a while ago. And he said to the point that he could, and if as we fall asleep and you're dreaming, you can control your dreams. And he mastered lucid dreaming. And I said, oh, cool. Well, are you still doing it? And he said, no, I got bored of it. And I'm like, how could you get bored of it? You can do whatever you want. And he said, yeah, but that was the problem. It was like every night after a while, you're just like, there's no point. There's no challenge. And it did get me thinking about the the idea of this world that we're in, and the idea of all the harm we do to each other and everything. I just every day there's more of a sense that this is all a fucking simulation, because it's like, people just don't give a shit about each other. We don't really care about killing each other. Fucking people will go in and kill people, and then missiles will fly, and then think about the idea of what would motivate you if you were a country's leader to launch a nuke. Think about that. Like, what's the matter with us? And again, I'm not saying I'm better. If I were in those same circumstances as a human, I would have to assume that if I was drawn into that, I would probably come to the same conclusion, because it's not like I'm a genius and they're fucking morons. Although I probably am. But I don't under fucking stand. So maybe it's like, end of the day, when we die, like I think about those guys that came off the boats in like D-Day, like in the Saving Private Ryan opening scene, and they just stepped off, boom, they were dead. It's gotta be that. It's just gotta be our perception of life is it's so something we got to cling to, something we got to, and you have to have that or life would not be worth living. But I think fundamentally, no, I don't think so. I think we just wake up from the simulation and go, yeah, it was fun. I'm going to go pee and get a Coke and dive back in. That's what I think. That's what I fucking think. Bunny Button says, I'm trying to join, but it won't connect my headset. We need to figure that out, Bunny. I want to talk to you. Yeah, Necro says, my dreams are so vivid every night, I'm damn near convinced they're portals to other timelines. A lot of people think that. Alternate dimensions. Sometimes you have a dream, you're like, there ain't no alternate dimension where the Payday candy bar gets up and like leads a parade of people singing Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. as he walks down the fucking hallway of Congress. That is not an alternate dimension. That's just a weird dream. But you're absolutely right. Sometimes that's true. Split Fries Media. Again, this is what I mean. And people can be mad at me all the goddamn live long fucking day if they want to. I'm going to tell you, if you're one of those fuckers that go around on the 4th of July with your American flag and you say, I'm proud of America and I'm proud to be American, and your little fucking dumb tear comes down your eye when the fireworks go off and they're playing God Bless the USA, you're a fucking moron if you haven't taken to the fucking streets over the fact that the Supreme fucking Court told Donald Trump, you can't do what you're doing. And his response was, meh. That's the Supreme fucking Court. We have checks and balances for a reason. Just because he's your guy, just because you voted for him and you like his politics, no one should be above the fucking law, including the Supreme Court. So don't tell me you're patriotic when you haven't even complained, let alone you're like, what are you talking about? You don't even know what's going on. I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle the ignorance. Here's something else I can't handle. Look at Amazon. Now, look, I like AI. I like technology a lot. I think it's the knees bees, but I also think that we're getting into a point where, as cool as this stuff is, obviously people are going to lose a lot of their fucking jobs. And I don't know if we're prepared for it, but at least I'm out there going, we need to do something about the jobs, but I still like AI and I still like robots and technology. Amazon today came out. I mean, the number of people that are going to get fired. Amazon in the UK alone employs 75. I can't believe this number is right. I got to read this number again. There's no way it's 75 million. 75,000. Thank God. I knew that was wrong. 75,000 people in the UK, and it's about 1.5 million people all over the world. Okay. The vast majority of them work in warehouses. And now Amazon today unveiled robots, and the robots, here's what they do. These things are able, they said in the past, when a robot reaches up to an area or to move a box or whatever, it doesn't recognize the it doesn't recognize the fact that it's hit something. It knows, but it doesn't recognize how hard it's hit it. And so now they've got new robots that are able to sort of gingerly pull things, daintily pull things, stack things, move things, recognize when they're pushing something too far, recognizing the force they need to pull individual products out with. Now that that's the case and they can rise up and lower and get things off the top fucking warehouse shelves, like imagine at Home Depot, and there's very little in the way of a weight limit, the warehouses are going all robots very, very, very fucking soon. And they've also, I know this was kind of shot down and now it sounds like it's coming back this year. They haven't given up the ghost when it comes to using drones to deliver. And we're going to start seeing that this year, where they're going to start doing more drone delivery. And so again, I don't go online and I don't bitch about AI and robots, but a lot of you guys in this very chat do. Well, stop ordering from Amazon then. Well, I don't want to do that. No, I get it. I understand. I'll pay more taxes. I think people who can afford it should pay more taxes to take care of the people who are going to...
Jaffe, I'm mad at you all the goddamn live long day. 52 months in and not did you offer me robot warehouse Amazon job. What the French, toast?
I will read that in a moment. I don't even know what it said. Bring back civics class, but probably the Department of Education first. Absolutely. I don't know if it matters, though. There's a lot of Gen X kids like me who came up and had civics class. They don't. A lot of them don't care either. Jaffe, what color is the color code for your hair dye? I don't dye my hair. I don't do anything with it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. Where did that guy's super chat go? It says, Frank Blasi, thank you. 52 months of membership. Jaffe, I'm mad at you all the goddamn live long day. 52 months membership and you didn't offer me a robot warehouse Amazon job. What the fuck? If I could, I would. Bunny Button says, I don't know if it'll connect, but I'll try anyway. Yeah, try it. Well, it's funny. Eric says, can't wait for the drone food delivery so the idiots stop messing my order up. The order still may be messed up, but if you watch the movie Minority Report, and Spielberg did this thing. And by the way, I think I saw Tech in here. Tech, I did send you an email with this link. Let me know if it's not working. Right. Amazon is cheap and convenient, though, says Denova. Right. So I just wish we would all stop pretending. Stop saying we care about our fellow man and we hate AI and we're all about patriotism. But every day we do things to make it clear that all that is performative horseshit. I would just respect us as Americans more not that you need my respect, but I would respect us as Americans more if we just owned up to the fact that we're full of shit. Because cheap and convenient overcomes the fact that somebody you don't know is going to lose their fucking job. It's the way it goes. And I'm not saying that's a lack of nobility on your part. Everyone's that way. But let's just fucking admit it. Wake the fuck up. Stop living in stop lying to yourself. The best thing we can do this year, if we really believe this shit, is to go out on the 4th of July and not go out on the 4th of July, not celebrate America. Maybe we celebrate the ideals and the ideas that formed America, but we don't fucking celebrate the horse shit that is current day America, because it's not right. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about the left not being patriotic. And again, the right's guilty, the left's guilty. I'm not doing that right now. I'm just saying in general, though, the left gets tossed under that particular bus and it's kind of horse shit. Okay. But it reminds me, though, if you ever saw the motion picture show, which is delightful, one of the, Spielberg, after he finished Saving Private Ryan, went on to make some movies that were not beloved in the same way his classics were, but I think they will stand the test of time. Minority Report's one of them. He hired a bunch of futurists to make that movie with him because he wanted it to stand the test of time. And so in 20, 30, 100 years, people look back and go, hey, they got it pretty right. Another one he got pretty right, which didn't have the same level of sort of futurism scrutiny, was Ready Player One, at least the opening. And that was really Ernest Cline, but Ernest Cline and Spielberg bringing it to the screens. When you've got Wade Watts and he's sitting there in this stacked trailers, like no one really has homes anymore. It's just like living in pods. And drones are everywhere and everyone loses themselves in video games and virtual reality. I mean, hell, maybe think about this for a minute. Maybe that's what happened to begin with. Maybe we, like an Avatar, maybe this is a fucking dream. But when we wake up from this dream, we're like, shit, I want to go back, because the whole reason I stepped into this simulation of my own will is because the world that we were in was horrible. And maybe it is just like, all the way down. It's like Inception. It's like we're on the 50th version of the simulation, because inevitably we ruin.
Rocker Matt has just donated $10 through Super Chat. Jackie, did you see the story about the dead musician Alvin Lucier and his brain cells being used to compose music?
Yes.
And the Chinese robot running on human brain cells?
Okay, couple of things. I'll get to that in a minute. Thank you for that very generous super chat. I appreciate it. But I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what I was talking about. Something to do with something. Something to do with something. I don't know what it was. But yes, I did see the story about the dead musician and his brain cells being used to compose music. There is a museum exhibit. We covered this on Madhouse, but you can see this on the internet, where he worked with the museum and they took, I forget the term. It's not like homonucleus. It's some kind of little nascent version of the brain that begins to grow, almost like a fetus that becomes an infant, right? It's kind of a much tinier version of that for the brain. I think that's how you talk about it. And they used this, and they used it to have him continue to sort of write music. And then the music would go and it would hit a machine that plays these gongs in this museum. And the data from that museum would come back to the brain cells, and they would take that data. Now, there's no logic to them as far as we know. There's no consciousness, but we don't really fucking know. Like earlier today, we were looking at footage of a robot that was hanging on a crane, and it was just totally just, sitting there. And then suddenly it springs to life and starts swinging its arms wildly and it looked, I don't know what it's trying to do, if anything, but it looked like it was trying to get off the crane. Right. I'll show you want to see it. I'll show it to you. Hang on. Robot crane attacks. It's pretty interesting though. Pretty fucking interesting. Check this out. This was 2 days ago. Let me show this to you real quick. And now again, and what struck me about this as absolutely fascinating is this idea that, again, we don't understand consciousness. We don't know what this really is. It probably more than anything else was just random bad programming, right? Probably. But given that we don't really know what consciousness is and sentience is, for all we know, what we're looking at here is the beginning of some kind of awareness that this robot comes to life, gains sentience, and it sees because it has sensors, but it has no idea anything. It doesn't know what it is. It doesn't know where it is. It doesn't even know it is a thing. Imagine the absolute horror of just being in non-existence, and then suddenly out of nothing, your eyes open and you're like, what the fuck? Well, that's a scenario that we could be watching that and not even knowing it. Check this out. Check out the footage. And there's a tendency to anthropomorphize it and make it more human than it is. It could just be responding to bad programming. But it certainly looks like, wouldn't surprise me if in 1,000 years we look back and say, that was the moment. That was the moment that a robot first gained sentience, and it was to it terrifying. Wouldn't that scare the shit out of you if you were that goddamn robot? You goddamn right it would. Almost as scary as not knowing where Tech Protect is right now, or not knowing where Bunny Button is. Bunny Button doesn't work on this show, but I'm bothered that she can't get the tech working so she can come visit with us. But anyway, yeah. Jaffe, can we watch the GTA trailer? We'll get to it. Have I ever seen the movie Radar Says Deja Vu with Denzel? I have. It's excellent. And if you haven't seen it, it's about this machine that can see, I think it's 5 minutes into the future or 50 seconds into the future or whatever. And there's one moment where he's tracking a serial killer, and he has to get to where the serial killer is, and he's driving, but he doesn't know where the serial killer is. So he has to wear the headset while he's driving. So in one eye, he's basically seeing 5 minutes into the future. And in the other eye, he's basically seeing him in real time so he can drive the car. It's a fucking dynamite motion picture show. Billy Farnsworth says, oh, come on, Jaffe, you cannot care about everyone and work around every single issue. It's not possible. Yes, I can. I can't work around every single issue, but I can care about us as humans 100%. Rocker Matt says, Jaffe keeps missing my comment. The one that you did about the artist with his brain? Yeah, Trump's having a sweet parade. I mean, what is the matter with you? Add you to the broadcast. Here, Bunny Button, I'm going to send you, let's see, copy. And I'm gonna put it in our Discord. So you just click on that, Bunny, that you, me, and Tech share. Again, the man can celebrate his birthday however he wants. Hopefully, we're not paying for it, but we probably are. But the fact that he's sitting around, what a loser. I'm sorry, but what a loser. What kind of a goddamn insecure klutz needs a goddamn parade and military? Just shut up. He's whatever. He is what he is. Not going to change anything. Azumi says people around the world are full of shit. It's just people in the West that's worried about themselves being genuine. People from other places, though, well, maybe that's one of the gifts of living in the West. Is a lot of us have the ability, because our life is a lot easier. It's a privilege to be able to worry about other people.
Don't touch me there. Looney Button has just donated $10 through Super Chat. Jaffe, I am at your back door. It's cold, it's raining. Let me in pensive face. It says you have to add me. I am in the Streamlabs thingy.
Okay, hang on. Let me, okay, add guest. Bunny Button, where are you? I don't see you, Bunny. I copied the link. I'm trying to let her in. I copied the link. I put it in our thing, our Discord. Why can't Bunny, where are you? I can't find you. I'm coming for you. Did you guys get fired? No. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, why would you say such nonsense, such malarkey? Guests, add a guest. I sent you the link.
Jaffe, good to see you. Hope you're well.
Bunny, what happens when you click the link, man? Let me know. Hey, Ken Tankers, 35 months of membership. I am well. Good to see you as well. Bunny says, I clicked the link. I'm watching you on Streamlabs. Huh. Well, hang on. People were saying that in the Lolcow live chat. No, what are you talking about? I haven't played Expedition 33 yet. No. God damn it, Maverick. How can I get Bunny in? I want to talk to her. Okay, guests and what kind of, yeah, where's Tech? The fuck, Tech? Is Tech even here? I saw him earlier. Tech, I sent you an email with the link. Why is that not working? God damn it, Maverick. I'm going to invite you, Bunny. Do me a favor. The text. Oh, wait, did something happen? No, the text won't show it, so nobody will see it. Can you in the Discord type your email and I'll send that to you? Hello, Paraformal Pickle. Good to see you. Hey, guys and gals, give subs so Jaffe can eat this week. You goddamn right. There's Tech Protect. Tech, how do we get Bunny in here? I can't hear Tech. What's going on with this? This was supposed to be the easy way to do it. Nobody can hear Tech. Jaffe's struggling with the tech. He needs a protector of tech. I know. Jaffe, do more e-begging. I'm going to tell you something. We're going to get to the other stories in Grand Theft Auto in just a second. In fact, we want to get Bunny on here because this woman historically does not play video games. And I want to show somebody that doesn't play video games. I want to get her take on it. Is it the e-begging segment? Well, here's what's funny, you guys. Seriously, I'll tell you one of the things that I did learn, or I have learned being over on Madhouse and on the Lolcow Network is, and I'm not fucking with you. I'm just giving you the inside baseball. Do with it what you want. But, you know, I've been trying to be a profitable streamer. I'm not looking to make billions of dollars, but it would be nice to not have to dig into savings every month, which I've been doing every month since I started streaming. And I go over there, and Tech's been saying this as well. Tech, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello.
Oh, there we go. You're real loud. Oh, it's that bad old mic. It sounds like the airplane. Remember
It's the software. Hold on.
Okay. But honestly, can you see if you can help Bunny get in, Tech?
It's all Tech's fault. What a goof.
I'm saying it's all Tech's fault.
You really should do it the original way with just fucking Discord. This way sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can do let's see if I can do that real quick. Okay, so I'm going to go into our private chat and I'm going to call you on the private chat. Oh, yeah, the goddamn devil, you're missing the point. He says, Jaffe, you don't have to explain why you want to be successful and make money. No, that's not the point. I appreciate that, but that's not what I'm saying. But hang on a second. All right, Tech, can you hear me? It's good. And Bunny, you can hear me. So I'm going to pop this screen out now. And what I'm going to do is I am going to show this on stream. I am going
Oh, I wasn't gonna get on. I got a face mask on. Oh, I can't hardly hear you.
I can hear you on Discord.
I can't.
Wow.
God damn it.
Hey, Bunny.
Hey.
How are you? I don't know, Jeffy.
Am I here? What is happening?
hang on, baby. All right, Sarah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And I can see you. Yeah, I don't know why Tech's not able to do what you did. Hi, baby.
Hi, Dad.
But you need to wear headphones though.
I do? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Okay. So, Jaffe, you don't have to explain why you want to be successful. That's not the point. What I was going to say is what Tech had said to me for the longest time, and I just hated what he was saying, was I was like, you know what? If we give them a good enough show, they'll show up. And a lot of you guys have for years, and I appreciate it. But it was so interesting to go over there and just every now and then in the stream remind people, hey, we'll take your money. People just don't think about it. I just assume that if you're enjoying the product, you'll pay. And Tech's like, no, it's not that they don't want to pay. They just don't know it's really an option, or they forget about it. They get busy and they realize, oh, if I help fund this thing and I like it, you got to like it, of course, then, then you might get more of it. I thought it was pretty clever. Hello, Hector. How good to see you, buddy. All right. Let us move on. We're about to get to, the Grand Theft Auto stream. I want to show that. Shut up, Addy Pie. I don't even read Addy Pie. I love you, but I don't even read your comments anymore. Because you troll 95% of the time. At which point I just say, why am I even talking to the guy? Right. So, you made that bed, bitch, lie in it. We're going to get to Grand Theft Auto in just a second, but I want to talk about this. I want to talk about remote viewing. Now, the CIA has been doing remote viewing. And these guys, apparently I don't believe any of this shit in terms of, I don't believe anybody anymore. I was talking about this earlier on the show. I don't know who to believe anymore. And they said, oh, well, we stopped funding it because it just didn't yield results. Well, or consistent results. And remote viewing is basically where they have people who are apparently skilled in being able to sort of astral project, out of body experience, and move around the world, time, space, and report back. Okay. And that's clever and that's interesting and that's delightful. But fundamentally, end of the goddamn day, if it turned out that this became something that was dependable, do you really actually think they would tell you, oh yeah, we have this? I mean, what a ridiculous concept that they can basically walk into anyone's home. Now, there's enough things that have occurred that you would be like, well, okay, if they could do that, why didn't they prevent 9/11? Right? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know it means if they're capable of doing it all the time on command, but this is what they said. This was released from the CIA's Reading Room Remote Viewing Freedom of Information Act. And I don't know if it's real, but it's pretty good reading. And I'm just going to read it to you as a script. It's not very long. And then I want to talk about it with you guys, and then we'll watch Grand Theft Auto. So I guess Sub is the person who was out in the mental field. And Mon is like the monitor, right? So Sub says, I see pyramids. He's on Mars, apparently. He is astral projecting his consciousness to Mars, and the time was 1 million years before Christ on the planet Mars, which is not that long ago. You'd think it would be more than that to get what he's saying, but here we go. Okay. I see pyramids. I can't tell if it's overlay or not because they're different. Monitor. Okay. Do these pyramids have insides and outsides? Sub. I got both, and they're huge. It's really, it's an interesting perception I'm getting. Monitor saying to someone else in the room. I think he's losing his ability to move accurately, but he is attracted to things that are interesting. So we're going to go with his own. We're going to let him go ahead and explore what seems to be interesting to him rather than move on to the targets indicated here. Sub, it's filtered from storms or something. Monitor, say again, Sub. Sub, they're like shelters from storms. Monitor, these structures that you're seeing? Sub, yes, they're designed for that. Monitor, all right, go inside one of these and find some activity to tell me about. Then I guess 37 minutes pass. Sub says, different chambers, but they're almost stripped of any kind of furnishings or anything. It's like a strictly functional place for sleeping, and that's not a good word. Hibernations, maybe. Some form. I got a real raw input. Storm, savage storm, and sleeping through storms. Tell me about the ones who slept through the storm, says Monitor. Sub, very tall. Again, very large people. But they're thin. They look thin because their height, and they dress like in, oh hell, it's like a real light silk, but it's not flowing. It's like cut to fit. Monitor, move close to one of them and ask them to tell you about themselves. Sub, they're ancient people. They're dying. It's past their time or age. Monitor, tell me about this. Sub, they're very philosophic about it. They're just looking for a way to survive, and they just can't. Then 40 minutes of time pass. Sub says, they can't seem to get their way out. They can't seem to find their way out. So they're hanging on while they look or wait for something to return or something coming with the answer. Monitor, what is it they're waiting for? Sub, they're evidently there was a group or a party of them that went to find a new place to live. It's like I'm getting all kinds of overwhelming input of the corruption of their environment. It's failing very rapidly, and this group went somewhere, like a long way to find another place to live. Monitor, what was the cause of the atmospheric disturbance or the environmental disturbance? Sub, I see a picture of a picture of like, oh hell, it's almost like a warp in a, oh God, this is difficult. It's like going, let's see. Monitor, the raw data? Sub, oh, I get a globe. It's like a globe that goes through a comet's tail. It's through a river of something, but it's all very cosmic. It's like space pictures. I literally thought I just saw somebody peeking at me around the corner, and I looked and there's nothing was there. Just so you know, Tech Protect, write that moment down, because it was like a little face that was like right there. Weird. Okay. Is there any way you can help him in his predicament? Sub says, all I get is that they must have just wait. They don't know who I am. He thinks he perceives I'm a hallucination or something. So this guy 1 million years ago is basically seeing this thing from the future and going, it's a hallucination. Maybe that's what ghosts are. Maybe that's what I just saw at somebody fucking remote viewing. Monitor says, final page. Okay, when the others left, these people are waiting when the others left. How did they go? Sub, get an impression of, don't know what the hell it is. It looks like the inside of a larger boat, very rounded walls and shiny metal. Monitor, go along with them on their journey and find out where it is they go. And then he basically goes on talking about they go to this other planet and then they bring them back to May 1984. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this real? Do you believe this? Is it absolute horseshit? I would love to know. In the meantime, I do want to say thank you very, very much. K-Nubs, welcome back to the Diet Soda Soldiers, you tiny fuck. Paraformal Pickle. Holy shit, Paraformal Pickle joined the Gods of War. I'm actually about to cancel the Gods of War membership because nothing it says in there is what you get. So thank you for that. Cancel it if you need to. I'm going to have a new God of War tier that's going to be more accurately. So hopefully you know that. Hopefully you're not going to be like, where's my shit in the mail? And if you want shit in the mail, cancel it. I'll refund your money. I'll PayPal you. That's totally my fault. I'm sorry. I forgot I had those still up. Warped Eye says all this is tech's fault. What a goof. Jaffe, good to see it. Yeah. So, but thank you for that, Paraformal. Really appreciate the support of this here channel and these conversations. Very, very, very kind of you to do that. Captain Max says it's probably horseshit, but it would make a damn good story. Jaffe be scamming members? No, not at all. Never, never. Remote viewing says Zeke is absolutely real. I mean, Art Bell believed it, says Anthony. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm just kind of asking what you guys think. Some people believe psychic ability, says Rocker Matt, come from the pineal gland, which calcifies over time, and especially with fluoride. Remote viewing is usually seeing stuff in real time, like war prisoner state. I'm going to do a little bit more research into it now, because, you know, I know I saw somebody the other day say, oh, well, a lot of the things what we were saying, we were doing it so the Russians would waste their money on it. And they said they were doing it so we would waste their money. Hey, still waiting on my can of unicorn meat in the mail. Tech, we got to get on this. It will be sent out this week, K-Nubs. Tech, do you hear me? This is ridiculous. We got to get those people their shit. K-Nubs is the only one that reached out and said, hey, I want my shit. But you're absolutely right. You earned it. And absolutely 1,000%. We got to get you that 100%. Never heard remote viewing outside of spells from D&D. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, look what we got. We got ourselves Mish. Thank you, buddy. He just sent 5 Jaffe gift memberships. Thank you for that, Mish. Very kind, very courteous, very generous with your ducats. I knew being a cam dude would pay off. I guess there are cam dudes, aren't there? Everybody says cam girls, but I assume there's just as many dudes. I wonder how many. I wonder if there's more women doing it than men. Probably. I don't know. Here's what I wonder. We'll get back to, let me see what my kid wants. There's my baby right there. Hang on. Can you open the Discord? I can, but the problem, Sarah, is that I can't make it all work together. So for some reason, if I do that, it won't come here. So I'll figure it out for the next stream. You were in here. It was working great. Can you do that again? And can you tell Tech how to do it? Jaffe, there's tons of remote viewing classes out there. I'm going to look into it. Absolutely. Bunny says there's plenty of cam dudes. So that's the question. So a lot of times I'll hear that women, I know women watch porn, but they don't watch as much porn as men watch porn. And I wonder though, the minute you get into the live connection, because a lot of people say, oh, women are more about the emotional connection, even at a pure sexual level, and men are more about the visual connection. And I wonder, because it's live, you would think maybe that cam dudes would actually be incredibly successful, because that would be a kind of porn that women would just flood into. Flood, vagina fluids. Whew, it's hot in here. Okay. Aren't cam dudes for gays though, says Ravnos. I don't know. I mean, I imagine they're for either. I wonder if you're a cam dude and you're doing it, for, like, I wonder if, are you, okay. It applies to women as well, but let's just take dudes. If you're a cam dude can you do it virtually with a woman or a man? Like if you're a gay cam dude and a woman calls in and she's like, I want to get off with you. Is he like, oh, I'm only into men, sorry? Or does he just fake it? Or, and same thing would apply if you're a woman that's into ladies. I don't know. Rob the Mod says, whoever donates $300, I'll do a cam dude for the stream. Don't fucking threaten them with a good time, Rob the Mod. Why the Gandalf pipe? Because the Popeye pipe? Because I went to Old Town this weekend and I wanted to buy a pipe. In fact, you know what? I'm going to save it for when we try to summon my pop. Okay, but first let's move on to Grand Theft Auto, shall we? Because I've not seen it yet, and let's watch this trailer, and let's kind of see what we think. I know a lot of people have seen it already. Yeah, I maybe I'll go to some gay cam dudes and ask them. I don't think women watch porn. They do. They absolutely do, but not at the same level of men. Okay, wait a minute. So what am I looking up? Grand Theft GTA 6. So I've saved it. That's how much I love you. I am the Lord your God. You shall have no other gods before me. And I saved it to watch with you. So I really haven't seen it. It's a 2-minute 46 trailer. It's been many moons since the last one. I'm going to make it big screen. Let's watch it and talk about it. And then afterwards, we will try to summon the spirit. I guess that's right. Of my dead dad. And I think my brother might be watching, his dead dad too. I'm really bummed that I don't understand why you guys can't get in. Can somebody do me a quick favor and just try to click on the link at the top of the YouTube and tell me what happens? Because we've never had a problem with this before. And now suddenly we're struggling to get people able to call in as guests, which I don't understand. Okay. He doesn't do solo stuff, Nemo. He has a fiance who does her own solo streams. Oh, Bunny's talking about a pal. Okay, wait a minute, Bunny. I gotta read this. One of my good friends is a straight cam model, but he caters to gay dudes because he makes very little off the women. So how does that work then? Is he looking on his camera at a guy and he's just kind of thinking about women, or what exactly is happening with that? Okay, Rob the Mod, are you there? Rob the Mod, are you there?
Hey, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's really loud. Let me turn you down. Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Hello. Oh, there's a big delay.
Are you listening on the stream or over your headset?
Mute your stream. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm having issues on this end too.
All right, so you cannot hear me in real time.
Yeah,
you have to wait. There's a big delay.
No, I cannot hear you at all.
Okay, never mind. Then we'll figure it out later.
I can hear you from the stream. I just can't hear you on the whatever this service is.
Gotcha. All right, we'll do it later. Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Cam dudes are the equivalent of models for Playgirl. It's mostly dudes watching. I can get in, says Tech, but my mic will be shit because of the software. Okay. All right. Well, let's watch this trailer and let's see what we think. We'll talk about it on the other side. But I am not going to talk. Yeah. God, I really would like to. No, this is the stream. This is the stream. And we'll do it on Discord tomorrow for the Jaffe stream. Okay. No, I'm using Streamlabs, Talk Studio Streamlabs. There's no reason this should not work. I've used it forever and it's been absolutely fine. So what I may just do instead is tomorrow go with something else. I mean, here's Nikachu. Nikachu, it's Jaffe. What's going on?
Oh, it's working.
Okay, so are you calling on a computer or a phone?
On a phone.
I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if calling on the computer is what's fucking it up. But yeah, how you doing?
Good.
Have you seen this trailer?
Yeah, I watched it at work the other day.
What did you? Well, don't tell me what you thought. I'm going to watch it first. But Okay. All right, cool. Well, thanks for helping the test. So I think right now what we know, Nikachu, is that it works on the phone. It doesn't work on the PC. That may be causing the problem. GTA reactions have been hit for many copyright issues due to 2 seconds of music. Oh, well. All right. Hide on stream. Show on stream. Hi, bud.
Does this work? Hi, I'm using headphones.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I'm using headphones on the phone. Is the audio echoey?
I
Or
don't
is it
think
like
the audio is echoey at all.
okay? That might be what it is. Oh, there is
There,
an echo.
there,
Wait, hold on.
no, there's no echo. It's a little bit of a delay, but that's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'd say just use Discord tomorrow. I don't know how any of this works, but
Yeah,
probably
no,
just use Discord
I'll use it tomorrow. But you're doing good, my child.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I have 2 days off work.
This is my child. This is my baby. This is Sarah. I adore her. Look at her. She's so cool. So cool. What do you think? Do you think remote viewing is real?
Did this just come out of my headphones? Wait, talk?
Do you think remote viewing is real?
Okay, now there's going to be an echo. I think something's up with my headphones. But if
All
you
right.
call in with headphones on a phone, I think it will work.
All right. We'll talk about it later.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
hop off now.
All right. Love you, bud.
Okay, for sure.
All right. Well, shucks. Here we go. Here we go. This is the trailer. Let's watch it.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
That looks real time. All right, let's be clear. It will not look this good. It simply will not look this good. I know people are saying that, oh, this is just off the PS5. The PS5 Pro will look better. No, it won't. There's no way in hell that this game's going to look this good. But we'll keep going.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I've seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
Hands above your head, now!
You, Sting. The new beginnings.
You break the news, isn't it? Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Shot city!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this? We're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got everything. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Like, back!
You and me, bro. We got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more guns than a lot of lambs.
Hey.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
I think it looks awesome. It looks fantastic. I don't like I said, I struggle to believe that this is going, it reminds me a lot of when we saw footage of like the Division or some of the Ubisoft things that then came out.
Mish
But
has just donated $50 through Super Chat. Got to go. Short on time, got cam appointments to attend to. Just stopping to show some love and support, but we'll definitely watch this later. Have a great stream, Miss.
Thank you, Mish. We sure do appreciate that. Very generous super chat. Thank you, my friend. That's really great. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it, buddy. I understand that you're okay. I'm not knocking. I think it looks awesome. I think the tone, I like this tone actually better than the previous trailer, which felt like it was like, this meme, this meme, that meme, which is fine. But this genuinely seems like a cool adventure I want to have. And I want to role play kind of in this space. And I think it looks delightful. It looks fucking awesome. But I don't necessarily think what we're looking at. It seems like there's just too much. Like, just look at the scene right here. But yeah, thank you, Mish. Thank you for the memberships and thank you for being a member of the Diet Soda Soldiers. Really, really appreciate it. I don't know why you guys can't be more like your brother Mish, but it is what it is. Okay. But look at this scene right here. Every one of those NPCs. Now, again, this is something that I had heard that the NPCs in this game are really going to go a long way towards feeling more natural. And I hope so, because if that's, so it's not even the graphic fidelity I'm talking about as much as it is just the level of, individual motion of they look like individuals, not just clumps of NPCs standing around, doing the same shit. Right. So I think it looks great. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I think it looks, like I said, it looks like a really cool adventure that I want to go on in this world. Super impressive. So I'm excited. Sarah is saying that my kid is saying that she's hearing some people say they don't like the you know what? Fuck incels. You know what, guys? If you're an incel, let us know. We will raise money for you to get a sex worker. Okay? We will. And I just want you to just go have the experience and stop being so fucking cringe and weird. Because it's like, look, they're just women. And that woman in this video, if you look at the woman in this game and you're like, again, everybody's got their own taste and that's fine. But if you look at this fucking woman and you go, oh, she's incredibly, objectively unappealing, you're something's the matter with you. And I don't mean something's the matter with you like you got bad taste. I mean, what are you doing? But I mean, come on, what are you talking about? Look at her. She looks beautiful. But what I would say though is seriously, we'll pick one incel, we'll raise you money, and we'll get, she may not be the most expensive.
We had a good run, Jeffy. Saluting face emoji.
Call girl or call guy, but we'll get you somebody.
The game looks incredible. Rockstar will deliver with this game, Jeffy. Jiggle physics and all.
I have
definitely look as good as this trailer.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't fall for hype and shit. I've fallen for it way too many times, but I will say that my interest I'm really excited for this. But, beyond that, we'll wait and see. But I think it looks great. I think it looks really fun. Thank you so much for that, Addy Pie. Rockstar will deliver, you think? I hope so. And then Dano Genesis, we had a good run, Jaffe. Thank you, buddy. 54 months of membership. You goddamn right. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Somebody was asking me about my current love of games. I absolutely am loving I'm loving this shit out of video games right now. I'm playing them all the time.
Seth Lux has just donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you, buddy.
It's going to be weird to me playing GTA without Laszlo on the radio.
Is that station not on there? But yes, thank you for the super chat. And I hear you. I think this looks really cool. But my current passion for games, it's still as it ever was, really. I'm just right now I'm playing a lot more gamey centric things because I don't have a lot of time to lose myself in a narrative based game, but I want to soon, but I got a lot going on right now. But thank you for that, Seth. Really appreciate it. My kid Catclone says, I don't know anything about the game. I just saw people complaining because they didn't want to play as a fat girl. Oh, God, these people. And I think half of them are trolls, though. They have to be trolling. They're just assholes. Because anybody who looks at this, I mean, these characters all look cool and fun and, scummy, but it's kind of the fun of this shit. I'm surprised it's not legal here. It's now legal for women to be topless public in Minnesota. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think she's gorgeous, Derek. Absolutely. All right. Well, there you go. I have nothing else to say. I mean, it's sitting at, 81 million views. It's number one on trending. It came out yesterday and they're almost at 100 million views. So, a lot of likes. I wonder, I don't have the thing where I can see the dislikes. I don't have the extension. Do you guys know what the extension is that lets you, are people shitting on this fucking thing? I think it looks great. Jaffe, you should stream the new Doom trailer. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do that real quick before we try to summon my father. Doom trailer, because this comes out. I mean, good God, that's the other part. As much as I have always been and remain a huge fucking fan of Game Pass, I don't know. I mean, there's just so much to play, man. I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to fucking do with myself, man. All right, here's the new Doom trailer, and then we'll move on.
The Makers felt a weapon as powerful as the Slayer should be guided.
They lied to us. And now he has a leash.
He's not one of us.
Our enemy is divided. The time is now.
That's awesome. I love that guy.
They fear him, and so your dominion over hell is not absolute.
Avoid the Slayer. Focus on breaking.
That bad guy looks like a cross between Tim Curry in Legend and the guy in Time Bandits. He's awesome.
That demon, he's after something. That much power in Hell's hands. None of us would survive. Bishop Creed, we need him.
Launch the Slayer.
Impact confirmed. The Slayer has been activated.
Come on now.
I can never rule as king, so long as you are the only one they fear.
Come on now. Look, he's on a motorcycle. Is the best ever. This is like pure heavy metal album cover chaos. How do you not love this?
Stronger than maybe even you.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Whoa. Come on now. Come on now. You goddamn right. Is it early access? You goddamn right. I'm getting this. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Very metal. Absolutely. Ninja says, wow. Doom shouldn't be slow. I don't know about that. One of the things they said was that what they were trying to do with this one was more horizontal motion, like the old Dooms, in terms of weaving in and out of bullet spray and everything. And I love that. And I was playing what's the game the rogue game that's kind of, is it Witchfire? They do a lot of that in there as well. And I haven't played a shooter like that in a while, where you really have to, it's not just blastathon. You really have to look at the patterns of the bullets on the field and use cover to get behind things and stuff. So this looks like it's that kind of thing as well. It's 77 gigabytes if you're downloading it, Naw Dog. I agree. I ain't downloading it. I'm streaming it and playing it on the stream like I play everything, with everything turned up to fucking 11. I think it looks great. I think it looks fucking delightful. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. I don't know, Jaffe, not enough hot chicks in the game. Yeah, I guess not. I loved Eternal. I loved Eternal actually more than 2016's Doom. So, we'll see. Okay. I want to try now. Thank you for subbing, buddy. We appreciate that very, very much. Who is that? Devin Ford of the Ford Racing Company. Seems to have some returnable mechanics with colored globes. Yeah, and it's got the mace kind of thing, which is pretty cool, and it's got the shield that goes out like Captain America and comes back. No, I'm super in. I still use GeForce Big Mac all the time. It's excellent. It's excellent. I think lots of these types of games look slow when you're watching. When your brain CPU is engaged, it's faster. I think that's true, Blah. And I also think, like somebody in the chat was saying, that you can slow it down or speed it up. I hope you can slow it down too, but I know you can speed it up. Nikachu just subbed. Thank you, buddy. We sure do appreciate that. Look at that little delightful skedaddler on the couch with the little Diet Coke cans scattered about. This very much has some Heretic design, right, Jaffe? I honestly don't know, because I never played Heretic. I know what it is, but I never played it. Okay. So the other day, we did on the other channel, we did a stream, a live stream. It was a lot of technical snafus. We went to the Whaley house from 10 o'clock to midnight on a very private, we rented out the whole building. Did a private paranormal tour there. It was just 4 or 5 people. We stayed in room 11 of the Cosmopolitan, one of the most haunted hotels, according to people who were into this kind of stuff. And, there were technical issues, but not much really happened. It felt like a letdown. But what I will tell you, and I'm just going to tell the story briefly because it relates to sort of summoning my father, is that before I left for the trip, I was missing an EVP recorder, and I was looking everywhere. It had been sitting on the couch for a week since it arrived in the mail, and then it was gone the morning of the trip, and I looked everywhere, and then my phone rang, and it was my sister. I talked to her for about 20 minutes. I came back. I kept looking. I picked up the box that I had looked in several times that houses the recorder, to move it so I could look under the couch cushions, and lo and behold, it was now inside the box. Okay, so at first I'm like, that's weird. That's really weird. I got chills, and I was like, okay, it felt like my mom was like there wishing us luck. And again, I'm agnostic on all this. I don't know if any of that's true. Could easily probably been in my brain. Whatever. So then I go on the trip. Did not go well. It didn't go well. As pieces of entertainment, we got some good content. It was nice to connect with the fans, but there was a lot of technical issues. So I came home. I was really bummed. But what I did in Old Town, which is where all these sites were, is I bought this pipe, and I went into a smoke shop, and it was all these ornate antique pipes and everything. And, old revolvers from the Old West, very, very in the time period. And I was like, I've been wanting to smoke a pipe for a long time, just to get the reminder of it, because I loved the smell of it when I was a kid. My dad would smoke it, and every now and then I'd take a little puff, and I really enjoyed that. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to buy a pipe. So they sold me a corncob pipe right here, and they sold me a bag of sweet tobacco, which is Virginia Best. Okay, fine. I smoked it. I didn't really like smoking it, but I've been loving, sucking on it, shut idiot, with the aroma of it. But I don't like it when it's lit, right? But I do like it after it's been lit, and it's just like the flavor is still coming into you, right? Okay, fine. So I come home, I'm exhausted, and I have all the ghost hunting gear and the pipes and everything in boxes in the living room. And I bring it all in here in boxes, and I set it down. And I go on with my fucking day. And I know what it was. So I started rebuilding my computer on this desk. And under my desk, I have, and I'll show you a picture, but I have these slippers that I wear. And these are my dad's slippers that he wore when he was in hospice and he was dying. So this is what he had, and it's all I really have, all I really wanted, but I like wearing them. They're comfortable. They make me feel connected with my dad, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I move them out from underneath the desk, and I moved them out from underneath the desk to make room for all the wires and putting the computer back and everything. And then I went on with my day, and then Ace starts barking. I go out to the door. No one's there as per usual. I don't think anything of it. When I come back, I'm going to show you on your screen. This is what I saw. Okay. And those are my slippers. And this right here is tobacco, and it is tobacco from the bag. Okay. The bag had not been opened since I left San Diego. It still hasn't been opened. So nothing fell out. There was no tobacco in any of the boxes from the pipe, and the pipe had been mostly emptied other than a couple little flakes that were still in there. Certainly not that much tobacco. So, and the pipe also was at the bottom of the box. So it's not like I was walking with the box and the pipe sort of spilled and came out at an angle and a bunch of it spilled on the floor, right my dad's slippers. The pipe was at the bottom of the box, and there was no tobacco in it. There was no tobacco in the box. There was no trail of tobacco on the floor. It was just that little pile that you see there. And I am more than willing to accept the most probable explanation. Like if somebody said, Jaffe, sometimes the brain will do things, and you'll do things because maybe you were depressed, the show hadn't gone that well, and you wanted to connect with your dad. And so you did this, and then you consciously forced yourself to forget that you did it. Like I go, okay, I've never heard of that, but that makes a lot more sense than the ghost of my dad doing it. Right. So I'm not like, this was a ghost. I don't fucking know. Addie Pie says Ace probably knocked some out. It's not possible for him to have.
Welcome back, Jaffe.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Let me see who that is. It's not possible. Hey, Jay Styles. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for 16 months of membership, sir. Ace couldn't have knocked it out of the box. He wasn't near the box, and there was nothing to knock out. It was at the bottom of the fucking box. Okay, but whatever. So one of the things we picked up is a spirit box. And I get it. Spirit boxes are kind of bullshit. Coaches, no, Jaffe, this seems to debunk our conversation about paranormal being psychological. No, it doesn't. I remain agnostic. I don't have to believe this is real. There is absolutely no moment this occurred where I'm like, this is absolutely real. What occurred was, that's really weird. That's really specific. I recognize my brain will look to fill in the blanks for patterns of things that I want to confirm the bias I already have. And that probably makes a lot more sense. But I also recognize I can't currently explain it. Doubters will say it's dirt off the shoe. It's not dirt. It's still sitting there. I haven't had the heart to clean it up. You can pick it up and smell it. It's the tobacco. Okay. I'm going to go turn off this light. I'm going to light a candle, and we're going to use this spirit box. And I am seriously going to try to see if my dad or mom's spirit is around this room. Okay. So give me a minute. I'll leave the screen on. I'll be right back. I just got to set everything up. All right, let me set all this up. Did my dad die in the room? No. He died in he died in Alabama, so no. There will be no more gaming conversations on this channel on this stream tonight. I'm doing this and then I'm wrapping it, and I'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock on Madhouse, and I'll be back here tomorrow at 5:30, 5:45 on the Jaffe stream. Okay, so let me light this. I don't need a candle, but it seems like it's a good idea for some weird reason, I suppose. And I don't, what size are the slippers? I don't know. They're not very big. My dad was a tiny human. All right. Okay, I'm going to turn off this screen so I get a little darkness. I'm going to turn off this screen too. Did my dad smoke? Yeah, not a lot. He smoked a pipe. Go ahead, Big Mac. Big Mac, what's up? It's weird. Okay, there we go. Wait. Okay. Is the candy wrapper any significance? It's significant that I'm a mess. I haven't played Expedition 33 yet. I hear it's phenomenal, but I haven't played it. So one question before I start, does anybody know much about these spirit boxes? And the reason I ask, and if you don't know about these, what it does is it scans AM, FM, and either no antenna. And when it finds a signal, it hangs on it, just like scanning in the radio. And I you know, I don't know if I believe this, but they say this is one of the ways ghosts like to communicate, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. And you can set the speed of it, but my gut tells me that it shouldn't be fast. It should be slow, but people were like, no, it needs to be fast. So I'll turn it on. It's saying S box, not Xbox. Here you go.
Xbox.
Okay.
Scanning. FM.
Okay, I'm going to change the it's AM.
AM.
Okay, now it's random. Okay, let me turn it up a little. And I'll turn it off in a minute as well if it's annoying, because it kind of annoys me. It's all the... But I'll leave it on for now. Okay. And I take it seriously, even though I know I sound like a moron if it's not real, and it probably isn't, but it might be. All right. All right. Is there a spirit with me here in this room? Is my dad here? Daddy, are you here with me? I have sensed you here. I have sensed Mama here the last week. Is that all in my imagination? Or are you here with me? Can you use the spirit box to give me a sign? Daddy, can you hear me? See, I hate this fucking thing. Let me try this other one. Now, this other one is hit or miss, but I'll try it. The faster the sweep, the more it makes voices picked up on the radio seem like responses. So if I speed it up, it just sounds like this. I'll play it for you. If I speed it up, this is what I get. Hang on, but then I'll play this other one for you. Okay, that's as fast as it goes. Right? So why would I? Yeah, it's like a helicopter. All right, so I'm just going to say this is a piece of shit that doesn't work. However, and this one is obviously more this is called Spirit Talker. Now, this one obviously it has a lot more programming in it. And then I'm going to do it without the spirit box at all and just try to talk to them. But first, let's try this one. All right. Dad, here it is. See, Spirit Tracker. You see this on a lot of shows and stuff like that. Okay. Daddy, I have sensed that you and Mama have been in here for the last week. I've seen evidence and signs that maybe you are. I don't really know. And I would love for you to give me a sign, either with the candle or this spirit talker or just anything that would indicate that you are here, other than what you've already done. Can you say something? Let me ask you this. Are you here, Daddy? Are you trying to connect? Houdini's wife tried for 10 years to contact him. On Halloween, the day he died, nothing. He spent the last half of his life debunking all this stuff. Again, I don't know how real it is, but certainly open-minded to it. But I also, you know my point. Daddy, are you there? Daddy, why would you say dark? That doesn't make any sense to me. You're not that, come on. Imagine joining the stream, says Scarlett, for the first time, and this is the first thing you see. I think that would be great. I think that would be fantastic. All right, Kochi says use a previous memory to bring out the apparition. Okay. Daddy, I was thinking I went in and I bought this pipe this weekend because for some reason lately whenever I smell a cigar or a pipe, it reminds me of us when we would all be down in the basement and you'd be helping us working on our projects and you'd be smoking the pipe in the basement. And I just love the smell of it. And I wonder if you remember those days. Do you retain consciousness where you are? Do you remember you were a person named Ralph Jaffe, or are you just scattered to another experience or global consciousness, universal cosmic consciousness? You're certainly missed. I know you know that. Yeah, I'm going to turn this off. This does nothing. Just that insight. Okay, let's do it again. Daddy, if you're in the room, or better yet, if there's any spirit in the room, give me a sign. Give me a sign that there is something here. I have sensed there has been something here for a week. And it hasn't struck me as negative or evil or bad or dangerous. Kind of strikes me as sweet and kind and loving. And there's so many things all around that you could use to connect with us and communicate with us. There's candles and computers. There's tobacco. Somebody put tobacco on the floor. Was that you? What makes me think I'm speaking to my father and not a random entity? I don't know. But what does it matter? I mean, let's assume it's not my father. Let's assume there is an entity. Okay, well, I'm speaking. Am I speaking with you then? If there's a spirit here, Blakay says, please connect to the Bluetooth, right? That somebody who put the tobacco on the floor was David Jaffe. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. You guys know me. I don't lie. I don't do bits and shtick. I wouldn't make this shit up. On the GhostTube app, I got my mom's name. I got so many personal details. What GhostTube app? Is it something I should download? But if there's a spirit in here or a demon or a presence or an astral plane traveler, where are you? Make yourself known. Make yourself known with a sound. Ace, come here. Ace. Who's in here? Get up on the bed. I want you to look for a ghost or a spirit. Is anybody else in here, Ace? If you see something, I want you to bark at it, okay? He was barking the other day. If you're trying to open the realm of a random entity, where did it say? That could be danger. I'm not too worried about it. I'll be all right. If you miss your dad, don't discount the Christian faith. You may be reunited. Look, I miss my dad, but I'm not grieving my dad. My dad died over 10 years ago. It'll be 15 years before you know it. Sure, I love him. I miss him. He was a huge part of my life, and I think about him all the time. But I'm able to be totally open about missing my dad. I don't need a ghost to show up because I miss him. I didn't reach out to him to begin with. I had this experience that felt very much like my father. And so I'm trying to connect with him. I can tell you the truth, says Tracy. There are demons, there are angels, and once you open the door, you cannot shut for the demon on Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I don't believe any of that. Do I believe in astral traveling? I don't know. I've never seen it. We had somebody from the other channel, Wonder Woman, talk to me the other day who said it sounded like she had a very classic out of body experience. But is that astral projection, or is that, a psychological shift where your perception of where you are in space has gotten a little out of whack? Because our perception of our world is very much tied to our brain physiology in terms of parts of the brain allow us to perceive the world the way we do in order to navigate it. But I don't really believe in I don't believe in romanticizing any of this. Like Tracy says, every night when you dream, that's when you go above your body. We all have a mission, but we don't know what it is. I don't think it has to be so romanticized and mysterious. I think if we have a mission, then it would be great if whoever knew what it was could hit me up. I'm doing the best I can. But yeah, no, I don't really necessarily believe in it when it's presented that way. I should ask Bashir for help. Hey, why not? Last night I woke up because I felt someone give me a kiss on the chin, says Raphael. I even winged a punch, and now I stayed long enough to watch a random spirit session with the creator of God of War. Yeah. I mean, is there a spirit here? How is this hard? How is this hard? Are you here? Is there any? Yes, I agree, Blah. Our human senses are very
Don't touch me there.
compared to what the universe.
Cochise 187 has just donated $10 through Super Chat. I am the monetary possession of you, Jaffe. You're a realist and great creator. Appreciate you, 1883.
Thank you very much, Coach. He's very generous. It was great meeting you at the meetup. And also, yes, it is on my list for the weekend to at least start watching the first in the Yellowstone series, 1883. Cannot wait. Thank you for that generous super chat. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, our senses are limited. Dogs can see things, smell things that we can't. But yeah, where are you? Let's assume this. Let's assume 100,000 years from now, we have invented the ability to simply look back in time, like devs, right? We're able to look at the quantum makeup of the world, and we can, in a small space, rewind that quantum makeup and all of the makeup in that space to recognize what occurred in that one space. Okay, fine. So you're watching me in a museum 10,000 years in the future. Can you not connect? Somewhere down the road, none of you watching me are capable of connecting in some way to, let's say you're not a ghost. Let's say what we're talking about is is astral traveler or a remote viewer from another galaxy. Can you not move something? I'm going to go quiet for about 2 minutes. I want to just see if we hear anything. And if you are here, make yourself known in these next 2 minutes. You can tap me on the shoulder. I'm not afraid. You can blow out the candle. Knock on the wall. Where are you? I heard something. Come through. $5:45, back tomorrow, 9 a.m. That's wrong. 11 a.m. California time. Madhouse over on Locale. Me, Tech Bunny, and then back tomorrow with a Jaffe stream. Be well, be safe. Thank you for the support. If anything happens or I listen to the footage and anything strange, I'll let you know tomorrow. Meantime, have a great rest of your evening and be safe out there. Thanks, you guys. Bye.